Welcome to 2020. I hope you had a great 2019 and you're setting your goals for 2020. And I wanted to take a minute to show you what my goals are, or my major goal or undertaking for this upcoming year and the new decade. Okay, my goal for 2020 is to start here in Westfield, Indiana, basically Indianapolis, pull out of my driveway, bike to Glacier. This is approximately 2,000 miles. I need to be there by June 20th because Jane, my wife, is going to fly in and join me on the 20th in Glacier for 1 week and then return back to Indianapolis. I'll bike on from there. I'll go to Whitefish, Montana, up to Banff. I'll bike on to Jasper and then continue going north into Yukon to Beaver Creek, where I'll enter Alaska, and hopefully all goes well and the bears don't eat me, I'll end up in Fairbanks, Alaska. So approximately 4,500 miles in 100 days. That's the goal of the trip. Westfield to Fairbanks, Alaska, where my brother's going to come up and join me, and we'll do a little hiking and camping together and then return together. So 2020, big goals. Excited about it. And I'll tell you a little more about my gear and things coming up here in a second. I thought I'd take a minute to do a quick overview of the gear that I plan to take on this ride and get some feedback. So first of all, the sleep system. I have a 20-degree sleeping bag. This is compressed down about the size. It seems kind of big. I have a Thermarest pad. This is a full-size pad because I've already said I'm a bit of an insomniac, and I'm going to need a pad that covers everything. Next, I have a fleece liner that I will use with the sleeping bag, and it's supposed to add like 3 to 5 degrees of temperature. So between the sleeping bag and the fleece liner, I hope to have a decent sleep system. Lastly is the pillow. I know these come a little smaller than this, so I may change this. You know, it's an inflatable pillow. Open it up, it self-inflates just like the Thermarest. So that's the sleep system for what it's worth. Hopefully this insomniac can figure out how to sleep in a tent on the ground in cold rain and bears lurking about, and somehow get some rest and recovery. I don't know. We'll give it a try. It's going to be a challenge. So everything will be packed in dual or two Ortlib back roller bags. These things are awesome. You know, just watching YouTube videos, it looks like what everybody's using. You know, they're pretty much just big waterproof bags that open and clip onto the rear panniers. And of course, I got 2 of them. And I also have 2 for the front. The smaller bags are my front panniers. They're not Ortlib, they're Axiom. I don't think they're waterproof, so I'll have to be careful what I pack in these, but they're very easy to put on and off the bike. So for a tent, I have a big Agnes 1-person tent. This, with stakes and everything, supposed to be around 2 pounds. I gotta say, it feels a little heavier than that. It sets up really easy, and it has cool LED lights that are that hang in the middle of it, so you've got this kind of dome lighting effect with the tent. So that's the tent I have so far, or deciding to use for the trip. Okay, a little more on the camping side of things, the sleep system. This is the tent setup. I don't have the rainfly on it, but kind of shows you how it sets up. With the stakes are color coded, so you can quickly set it up. Here's my tripod stand. 2 poles basically, and I have my sleeping bag in it. It is a Nemo sleeping bag, minus 20 degrees rated. I have a fleece liner that should help some, and my cool Chinook inflatable pillow. You can see there's not a lot of extra room, and when you put the rainfly on it, there is creates kind of a canopy or a vestibule, if I'm saying that correctly, to hide your gear in from the rain and elements, basically. But that's the sleep system, and hopefully will do the job even on a 40-degree rainy day at high altitude in the Yukon. Of course, one of my greatest fears in this trip is bears, grizzly bears, black bears, bears of all different kinds and shapes. Okay, a little bit about the cook system. I'm excited about this. I've tested this a little bit. Basically, I have my burner here. I can set a pot on it to boil water. Coffee is very important to me. I've got to boil water somehow. I have this, you may call it a frying pan or skillet. I'm using these small propane tanks, and what's nice about it is I have a control valve here, so I can turn the heat up or lessen it, so I can boil things and cook things at different heats instead of just boiling stuff. Simple silverware set, right? Kind of cool. Something to clean the pan with. I have a nice collapsible plate bowl, and by the way, the bottom of this serves as a cutting board. This is made by C2 Summit. I think it's really cool. The cup collapses. It's also good for hot liquids. And I'll be cooking fine ingredients like this bag of rice or this dehydrated something or another and mixing it up. Oh, really?
Well, my question is, where are you going to put your ice cream? That's your favorite treat. I'm not sure it's going to cut it.
Really? Okay.
Just saying.
Cut. Okay. Other items that I plan to take on this journey to Alaska includes things like a first aid kit. This was given to me by my daughter and her husband Andrew and son Caden, and I guess they're expecting, this is pretty big, they're expecting some serious injuries. I hope not. I also have a water filtration system, platypus bag, but I can put a Sawyer water filter on it and drink whatever water sources are puddled up or about on the trip. We'll have to carry lots of water at times, so another water bag. I will have something to put some spices, like something in it, Tabasco, salt, pepper, that type of thing in it. This is mosquito covers. I don't expect to encounter any flying pests, but just in case, I'm ready. Tool. I don't expect any mechanical issues, but this is a nice Crank Brothers multi-tool for my bike and for repairs. Of course, you're going to need a headlight or a light for the camping part, a lighter. Got a cool little folding spatula, so more towards the cooking stuff. And lastly, I could have used this earlier, but this is bear spray. I wish I had this earlier. So I hope you're working on your 2020 goals, and I plan to make some more video blogs or vlogs later, particularly showing the bike and the setup on the bike. But I'm excited about the new year and getting started Alaska bound. Thanks.